Now, I can start this video off with a lie and say that I have been doing my aim training 5 days a week, every week, since I put up my first video. But, like I said, that would be a lie. And I can also lie and say, oh, well, I've just been so busy. I've had so much happen that I haven't really had the time to sit down and do it. But, once again, that would not be truthful. So, I guess I don't really have an excuse for not doing my aim training. I come home from work, I play games, I go to bed, I wake up, and I go to work. I guess some days I come home from work and I just get way too tired to really do it. I just kind of want to relax and do something mindless. I've already spent the day trying to deal with situations that are frustrating, and then so I come home and then trying to focus on aim training, trying to focus on being better at something just takes a lot more energy. I guess that's really my only excuse to provide. I've been trying to do it a little bit more on and off, especially leading up to making this video. I will say that the footage you see in this video is not my best work today. The pass-through on this playlist that I did before the one that I'm doing now was actually a lot better than this one was. You're just not seeing it simply because I forgot to hit record. So, I didn't realize that until after I had already finished playing through the playlist. And at this point, I am well over into 2 hours of aim training at this point. So I was tired. I was a little bit over it, but I still went through one last time anyways, just so that I could get this footage and get this video out on the day that I promised it would be out. Along with Kovaaks, I have been doing some custom games in Overwatch, since Overwatch is kind of my main game at the moment, doing things like Vaxta and just practicing my aim there. Perhaps in a future video I will record some of that footage too and include it, but right now it's pretty much just as impressive as what you're watching here. So, like I said, in a future video. Something I'm trying to focus on mostly in this session, in the last few sessions that I've been doing, is just the way I grip my mouse and the positioning of my arm. So the way I used to grip my mouse was just kind of like that full body grip, the full hand grip, whole hand on my mouse. And after talking to a friend who has over 5,000 hours in Kovaaks, mind you, he suggested that I try more of like a spider grip, so more of like my fingertips on my mouse, not really the rest of my finger, and not just like death gripping my mouse, essentially. So that's what I'm trying to focus on in this session, is just maintaining that pose with my hand and not letting my fingers kind of relax and slide down to completely grip it again. Because something that will benefit me from holding my mouse like that is not only being able to move my mouse across the mouse pad, but being able to move it within my hand as well to make micro adjustments as needed and give me more control over my movement. Obviously, I have not quite mastered it yet, but with time and the effort that I put in, we will get there. And then just the way that I hold my arm, not really letting my wrist lay down too much to the point where it's kind of almost catching on my desk or my mouse pad and then preventing me from moving. And overall, just the posture that I use to sit in my chair as well. Because before really acclimating to keyboard and mouse, as I stated before in my last Kovaaks video, I played on controller. And when you play on controller, you're not really tied with having your hands forward and having to sit straight. I can sit however I want because my controller is just in my hands. It's not attached to anything. It doesn't have to lay straight in a certain way. So I get used to relaxing and leaning back and sitting in all sorts of comfortable but not very good for you positions. So keeping my feet on the floor, sitting up straight, all those good things to make sure that I can aim well. And currently, I am still kind of not so much stuck, but set on doing the beginner playlist for now, just until I actually am able to commit the daily time consistently to doing the aim training. I probably try to look for more beginner friendly playlists that I can do, just so it's more interesting to watch and it's more interesting for me to play. So I'm not coming on doing the same playlist over and over and over, because some of these levels I'm not a big fan of. It's mostly the tall wall and then the bouncy balls that come after that. Those are not my favorite. So I think a bit of variety for me during my aim training would be good. Or if you're watching and you have any good playlist recommendations or something you'd like to see me try that is within my skill level at the moment, I am open to anything. So I think right now that's all I really have to say about my gameplay so far. Just, I need to commit to the time, I need to do it, and here's what I'm doing so far. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.